If COVID ended tomorrow, what is the first thing you'd do? Eat a big bowl of pihalat at my neighborhood Vietnamese restaurant. And takeout soup ain't the same. American English. Do you know why takeout soup isn't the same? For me, I haven't had decent french fries since the summer. The restaurants were trying to open back up. That's the only time since March we've eaten inside, and we did it once. Lukewarm french fries are horrible. I take that back. We ordered from the drive-thru and ate in the car. I hate eating in the car and juggling the food and drinks. IDK. I've never found it that difficult to eat in a car. But that's probably because I never learned to juggle and just hold stuff. Run around school with no mask and doing all the things I should've done before social distancing, like Ebenezer Scrooge at the end of A Christmas Carol. Hug my grandma. I would do the exact same. Since the start of COVID we have never hugged, and it never bothered Ma until Christmas Day. We always used to have secret greetings. Seeing her before me on Christmas Day and not being able to hug her made me sad. That was the first thing since the start of COVID that I realized I missed. My grandma and grandpa have always been a huge support in my life. They have a ton of grandchildren and great grandchildren, but I always remained close with them. When my grandfather was having surgery a few years ago, I took a week off work to stay with my grandma so she wasn't alone. A year and a half ago my grandpa passed away. I know my grandmother wasn't expecting it, and it has been difficult for her. Then of course, COVID hit. It's just hard knowing that during a time when she needs us, I can't physically be there for her, especially when over the years she has been there for me so many times. Go to a movie theater. Oh, I didn't realize how much I would miss going to movie theaters once this whole pandemic happened. It's a unique experience, and it's such a shame the business is suffering from the pandemic. Hug my mom. Me too. Haven't seen my mom in person since last February. She is in a high risk category and only lives half an hour from me. I miss going out to dinner with her and hanging out every couple weeks. She will get the biggest hug when we meet again, which hopefully will be sometime this year. Here is to us hugging our mom soon. Go to a sit down restaurant. I'm never doing that again. Unless it's fine dining in a fine establishment. No more McDonald's 3x a week. No more Olive Gardens. Number 7 to 11 hot dogs. No more high fructose corn syrup. I taught myself to cook during lockdown. I still burn things and my fire alarms still go off. But I will never eat garbage again. I can make my own burger. The arches can kiss my fat ass. I don't know you, but I'm so proud of you. Send my kids to school and take a nap. Well, I can't wait to get back to my classroom so I can start teaching properly again. So this works for me. Just walk around without a mask on. Go to a Starbucks. Order a drink without mask muffling. And just sit down and enjoy it. Go on a real date with my boyfriend 3. I'd just walk around downtown. Pop into a bookshop. Look through stuff in the thrift store. Stop for a cup of tea at a nice outside cafe and watch people. Pre-pandemic, I used to have this every other weekend routine involving a Japanese grocery store, a sushi bar, a mall, some indie hobby shops, and if I had more time to kill, a Walmart, and then a bar later that night. I'd do that. I'd just do that. I miss the little weekend routines I had where I used to live. Moved back with parents during COVID and lost a lot of my favorite little shops and places to eat. I'm glad you cherish it, my dude, and hope it's just as good as you remember it. Stay inside anyways. Truth. Everyone is going to be rushing to go out that I'll want to stay in, to be away from the crazes. Even places you'd think would be quiet, people would go just to not be at home. Suga will be busy as fuck. Stop forcing myself to go to work when I have migraine, because if I call in saying I have a headache it triggers the fucking COVID protocol, Suga, and I would have to be off work for 2 weeks or 2 negative tests if I want to go back to work. Eat at a restaurant. Visit my elderly mother. Visit my brother. Get together with friends. Go to the giant downtown street party that I'm sure will be held. Hug everyone, and I'm not a hugger. With their permission of course. Take a month vacation and travel. Probably take my kids to the bouncy house. They are driving me nuts. I got my kids a bouncy house this summer. $100 for 9 hours and the price included setup/delivery and pickup. Worth every penny. Didn't even see them shits for 10 hours and then they went to bed quick. Throw a giant housewarming party and then travel. I don't even care where. I'll throw a dart at a map and finally stamp my passport. Lem know when I can RSVP to the party. Go train Muay Thai. I haven't been able to hit pads with anyone in almost a year and it's the only thing that I really feel expressed in. Been training martial arts for over 15 years and not being able to kick someone in the ribs and then hug them after is taking a serious toll on my mental health. So many things. Visit my grandparents. Hug my great grandma. See my college friends before we all graduate in May and scatter across the country. Go to a movie theater with my partner. Walk around a Target just cause. Visit my favorite coffee shop. Cry. I'd cry a lot from happiness. Visit graduate schools before I commit this spring. See my 3 nieces that were born this year that I haven't been able to meet yet. Hug my sister that I haven't been able to see for just over a year now. Get super drunk and give myself a night deserving of my senior year of college. Go see my hairdresser/old high school friend. She's been having chemo treatments and I haven't felt safe seeing her. Get a hotel room for a mini jet away for my partner to see his old friends. Go to a museum and touch the interactive exhibits. I live in NZ, so life is normal here. But man do I want to travel. Just go everywhere. Meet people. Drive through random countries and random small towns. My brother was in Argentina when the Sugar hit the fan with COVID and only just got home in time. But the pictures he showed us. God, it looks beautiful. The people. The food. The scenery. I want to go all over South America. Southeast Asia. China. India. Nepal. Europe. Morocco. Botswana. Maybe America. Especially Alaska. That place looks damn beautiful if it gets a bit less. Well, you know. This is good perspective. Even those in countries that have managed COVID well and are living relatively normal lives feel stuck because they can't leave. Just about everyone on the planet is stuck somewhere. Hadn't really thought about that much before you said this. Drive up to the city. Go to Krispy Kreme. Order a whole bunch of donuts. Gorge myself. Basically that Simpsons cutaway where young Homer is at McKeown Point in the backseat of his car eating food. That sounds like something you could get away with doing right now. To be honest, if I stuck to the drive-thru I probably could. But people in my family have no white blood cells or are autoimmune deficient. I'd rather avoid risking their health for donuts, no matter how much I'm craving them. See my fiance. We're long distance and due to travel restrictions it's not even possible for us to see each other, even if we wanted to. At the moment we are planning a wedding later this year, just so that we'd be legally able to see each other. Go play Magic: The Gathering or D&D at my local game store. Give my wife the wedding reception she deserves. Her parents are divorced, and it's one of the only times both sides of her family will be together, and she didn't get to have it because of COVID. Also, she had to replan things more than once. Your wife sounds incredibly lucky to have you. Best of luck to you both and cheers to an amazing reception. Buy stock from all the things that crashed due to the pandemic. Many are seriously low, and when things go back up and running, you could make some coin off that jump. X. Movie theaters. I'd get to take my family to my husband's grandma's funeral on Wednesday. I'd get to introduce my youngest to his great-grandfather and namesake. We missed great-grandma, but I'd like him to meet his namesake at least once. I'd finally get to invite all my friends to celebrate my birthday. I had to cancel my plans for it due to COVID, and I'm just waiting until I feel like things are safe again to have my super belated birthday party. Please click subscribe if you enjoyed this video.